a New York Jet trade for an offensive lineman is probably not likely to happen. Joe Douglas probably won't make a move, in my opinion. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be happy if he did. If he worked his magic and found a way to get a premier offensive tackle onto this squad, I'd be lined up cheering with the rest of you like we are with every amazing magical trick he seems to do and every rabbit he pulls out of his hat. But here's why I don't expect it to happen. So first, without even talking about the cost, let's talk about our reality and our situation. We are 5-2. We have a game in 2 days. So with New England. So any player we get, any tackle we bring in, 99% is not going to help us now. Like, it's too late for New England. The New England game is going to happen the way it's going to happen with the players that we have. That's set in stone. Okay, so we're not going to get any help there. Then we have Buffalo the following week. Now, even if we had AVT and we didn't need to bring in another tackle, right? How many people were expecting to beat Buffalo? And if we beat New England and we were 6-2, is it critical enough when you think about the future of this team? Because remember, it's a balance. It's a balance of, yes, we want to win now. We're good now. Getting James Robinson was because we want to do the best we could do now. But we didn't abandon the future. So with all that being said, and if we lose to New England, then an argument can be made. Well, do we want, but really, is bringing in an offensive lineman going to help us beat Buffalo? And here's why I keep talking about just these two games and not beyond. Following the Buffalo game, we have our bye week. After the bye week, we are going to get almost definitely, we'll probably have him by Buffalo, George Fant back. By the end of the bye week, when we come back from the bye week, there's a good solid chance we're going to have Max Mitchell, and Fant back. So now you'll have Dwayne Brown, Fant, and Mitchell. Mitchell was getting better every week and doing well. Fant, healthy with a healthy knee, we know what he could do with a healthy knee. We saw him with a bad knee trying to play through it. That didn't work. But if he comes back healthy, suddenly we have 3 tackles. So what's the issue with that? So when you talk about making a trade for a major tackle, like a significant upgrade in tackle, you have to think about the price in the future. Let's look at the guys that are available. Like Tonsel, I don't even see how it could be done unless, I don't even know if you could restructure something like that. Like, he is a $35 million cap hit next year. It doesn't matter that you only have to pay him $17 million. He has a prorated bonus. There's no way to get around that. Maybe re-sign a brand new contract and push it off. I don't know. New Orleans and some other teams seem to do it. But at some point, you got to pay the money. There's $35 million that has to be accounted to the cap at some point during this guy's career. That is not a Joe Douglas thing to do. I mean, so even no matter how cheap we were able to get him, that doesn't feel right because the need doesn't feel that desperate. Knowing we're not going to help for New England. I don't think it's the difference with Buffalo, and we're going to have our tackles back. Just like, I mean, it's not AVT. He'll be back next year. But remember, this is a year, yes, it would be great to make the playoffs, but it's not we're not a win now. You have to win the Super Bowl now. This is our window of opportunity team. We have to remember that we are also simultaneously still building. Because we're not at the Kansas City level yet. We're just not. We're not at the Buffalo level yet. We're not one of the elite teams in the NFL yet. We're just simply not. I would love it if we became, and we snuck in and made a run like Cincinnati. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but we have the pieces to make it happen. Conklin. Conklin is the other possible player that we could trade for and get ourselves a tackle. The issue with Conklin is he is completely cheap this year. You renegotiate the next couple of years because they're voided years. So obviously that would be a reworking contract. It would be beautiful to get him. It would be great. It would be amazing. But it's going to take a first-round pick or a second-round pick at the least. And whether what our opinion is it doesn't matter. Like I might say, oh, I'm still willing to do that. You might be saying you're still willing to do that, right? We all, as a fan base, it's what Joe Douglas thinks. Is Joe Douglas going to give up a #1 pick in a position that we're about to have two guys come back, and next year there's the off chance. I don't want to get into a whole debate about Becton, but he's still on a rookie contract. He still played dominating football his rookie year. And there's a chance he's going to be healthy. We can't rely on it, but he's going to be yet another name, another guy vying for a spot, and AVT will be healthy by then. So then what do? You'll have Dwayne Brown. You'll have, well, Fant will probably not re-sign, but we have Dwayne Brown for another year. We have Max Mitchell. Then you have Tucker coming back, and then you have the question of Becton. Then you draft. I mean, look, we just got Max Mitchell in the 4th round. You could use a 2nd round, a 3rd rounder, draft another development tackle. There's so many options at that point of this, in the offseason. So I just don't think a trade is likely. It's my opinion. I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do. I'm going to get a million comments. You're crazy. You don't want to win now. It's so funny. And it just shows that people aren't watching the video. I am not against the trade. I'm just talking about why I personally don't think Joe Douglas is going to do it and why we shouldn't really expect it. If it happens and I'm wrong, and we get one of those guys, however Joe Douglas makes it work, of course I'll be excited. Of course I'll be happy. I'm a diehard Jet fan and I want to win and I like both of those guys. I just don't see how Joe Douglas is going to pull it off at a reasonable price that's going to work for him. If you hit the little round guy, that helps you subscribe to the channel if you like this video, if you like the content. If you like the video, please hit the like button. That really helps. And there's some other videos here too. You can click on the little video thing over there. Have a great day. Jet up. Let's beat the Patriots.